Okay, so let's start
What
again.
about it's woo-woo time? How woo-woo are you?
I'm pretty woo woo. I'm feeling woo woo. You don't have to be woo woo to feel. So, hi, this is Sylvia of Colorful Foresight, where we truly connect from within. And here we have Dance with Angela. So
Hi,
it's woo woo
Sylvia.
time.
So I was wondering about communicating with aliens, because you know how you and I joke about our spirit guides, and we get a bit obsessed with who they are. I remember you used to name these different species from different dimensions and stuff, and I thought, how does she even know their names? And then one time I had an orb on a photo and I sent it to you, and you looked at it, and I was waiting for you to kind of intuit who it was, and then you said, "Oh, look, it's George." And I went, of course, my spirit guide will be called George. That'd be right. He's just George. I just went, yeah, but that'd be right. If I had a spirit guide, their name would be like George, some guy around the corner at the
Charlie.
corner store, Carney sitting around there. They're like some oracle from some other dimension, but they're
You know
called
why I
George.
laugh about that? Because
Yeah.
some people have like names like that. They're like, my spirit guide name is something so random like that. You expect it to be like Antulo from, blah, blah, blah. By the way, I don't remember any of those things I named to you.
No,
Like,
because you were in another realm or
oh,
something.
yeah, well.
But I
But
hear you
George, I
kind
can
of,
see. Can I always joke around with that? George, it's Charlie.
George. That's George.
You have a spirit guy named Alex.
Alex.
Or not even Kalex, Alice. I said it wrong. Alice.
Alex.
That's the
That's
right way to
weird
say
you say Alex, though, because I've had A's around me all my life, and I've had a lot of Alex, Alex
it. Mm.
people. So Alex is some sort of energy that's around me, certainly. But I don't get names for my guides. They just sort of show up, and then I go, nice to meet you. If I get a name, I feel too, I don't know, 3D. I don't feel like they're really that name. But I
Right.
have had names for cats. Have you ever asked the spiritual name of a cat?
No.
I had a friend who used to talk to cats, and I watched her talking to cats. And I looked at her and went, she's actually communicating with the cat. So she taught me that their earth name is not their spiritual name. They have a different name in the spiritual realm. So you can actually communicate with animals and ask them what's their spiritual name. And it comes out like really exotic.
Right. I'm always fascinated by people who could, they're medium and they get the names.
Yeah.
Like they literally get it. They're like, it's a Tom. They're like, oh my God, that's my dad that I was just talking about. So I don't know if I'm that level, but it doesn't matter. Maybe I'll grow into that. Maybe I won't. Who cares? So the
Yeah.
point of why would I want to even have that ability unless I could do something with it? I have a relative who she's able to see people who passed on, but she doesn't want it. So she doesn't allow to grow into it. But and then you have other people who want to do that and they can't do that for the life of them. But if I were to do it, I'd be like, but I'm not those people that could be like, oh, I hear from Ted. You know, Ted is the mechanic and he used to smell like, and I smell a cigar. Did he smoke like it? You know? So,
I just keep on seeing the woman from Saturday Night Live doing the Long Island medium. He loved meatballs.
and I would love to, I don't know. You have to be careful because when you're a medium, you see like, but that I always like because I'm like, this is something that happened, not really predicting, because that's like, you don't know, but something that they had a relationship with is something they know about and you could bring comfort to them. So,
Yeah, and a lot of people need confirmation that the medium's actually really connecting to the other realms. I think my first other realm sessions they did that, which I didn't realize. They gave me some information about people who had passed over, but it wasn't like they liked meatballs. It was it was very specific personality quirks that somehow made me just go, oh my God, that's exactly how they are. And it confused me because I thought, are they still like that? They're on the other side and they're still quirky like that? That'd be annoying. They're annoying other spirits on the other side. And I thought, well, no, actually, spirits probably need that too. They need those personality traits.
And the longer I do this, the less I care, and the less I'm also like turned off by a lot of the what's going on with the spiritual community. But it's okay, it's just where I'm at right now. But one thing that came to mind, you were speaking of like when you have intuition or you can name things. I don't know if you want to share this part, but you and I were like in a meditation, and I started having this idea about your mom with the ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can share. That's funny.
So we were doing this process, and she was doing her parents, I believe. And all of a sudden, I'm like, your mom. And, I wasn't that confident about like, and even now I'm working about the confident, especially the last 2 years, I've been really aware of like the responsibility of giving information. Like, is it my ego that's in a way, or I'm making up stuff? Sometimes I'm just like totally off, and sometimes I'm on. But I felt your mom, and I'm like, she was talking about ice cream, like vanilla ice cream, and you're like, oh my God, you remember what you responded?
I don't remember what I said then, but I know now. Ice cream was always, because my mum used to give us so much good food. She's a great cook, was a great cook. So every night I'd sort of go and ask for the ice cream. And I was scared to ask because I knew it was like, come on, you ate enough. Do you really need any more? But I was testing the waters like 3 nights out of 7. I'd be testing the waters with the ice cream, and and then she was telling you a message to me about that, which was about just enjoy, let yourself go. Because as a kid, I was always like, oh, can I get away with this? Can I ask for the ice cream? Because we had to ask for the ice cream after our dinner, which was already substantial. We didn't need it, basically.
And what's interesting, after the process with the meditation thingy, we go to get ice cream. I'm like, let's go get ice cream. I feel like I need to. So there were 2 places to get it. And it was like a Baskin Robbins and another place. And he said, let's go to this place. It was called Vanilla Sky.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, when she ate the ice cream, she's like, oh my God, this is a type of ice cream that my mother would give specifically. Because if you had Baskin Robbins, more creamy and blah, blah, blah. The one in Vanilla Sky is more like a gelato kind of.
I
Like a
think so.
lighter.
A yogurty thing or something. Yeah.
And I was like, wow. Not only I was like, oh my God, I'm not making this stuff up. It was bringing joy to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was her whole message through you, but you had picked it up. That was the other fascinating thing in that meditation process. You picked up a lot from other people, and also sometimes other people would get a message for somebody else, because we did it in a group of 6 or 7, sometimes more, sometimes less, a group. We did that quite regularly, and people would pick up messages for other people.
Mm-hmm.
So that really made me know that we're all one. We're all one consciousness, because you're not necessarily getting messages just for you. You might need to help somebody else because they might be stuck, or they might not be able to see. And these are people that weren't clairaudience or clairvoyance or clairsentient. They were just meditating in the space together with the intention to connect to the other side and the other realms. And I think that's the thing that freaks people out when you open up to the other realms, that it's not always about you. It's actually about somebody else in the room.
It's true. Even like when I was doing colorful, as I'm doing colorful foresight, it's probably the best time I do it now than versus before. Because before it's more, I was doing for others, but it's more about me. The more I do, even the progression over the year, I just celebrate 100 year, 100 year. Okay,
Yeah, you're 100 years old. That's what it felt like. I felt like a 100th birthday. I was like, oh.
100 subscriber. I had to work for that, Um, the first 20 is definitely my relative, the another 20 is my friend. And then the rest is like, but I could see the progress from, uh, even though it's for the other, it's still too much about me. Now, even the way I'm doing the video, becoming more about some of me and more about the other or the whole thing. So it's pretty cool.
I love that. Getting out of the way, huh? Allowing spirit to come in and have a party. Party.
She used to live in New York, so I think kicked it like still affect her. Now her Aussie are kicking in because she lives.
It's my Boston, Massachusetts. My party. The party.
Oh yeah. Okay. So thank you. That's it. We're done. It's woo-woo time.
Woo-woo. I didn't
Happy
get to talk about the
How
light
did we end it?
languages.
How did we end it? Thank you. Time to wrap up. Thank you. Okay. So let's start again.
What about it's woo-woo time? How woo-woo are you?
I'm pretty woo-woo. I'm feeling woo-woo. You don't have to be woo-woo to feel. So
do you want peak state or what are we doing?